I will keep doing this, yes. No matter what, I'll keep doing this, even if I start to scale it back based on having live classes. So
yeah, because I just bought these.
I see those, Tracy. Those look awesome. No, I have, even if I go back live, or when I go back, because it's going to happen, right? I mean, we all will eventually, no matter what. Well, I mean, not no matter what. I'm not going to teach to like one person, but like I don't foresee me stopping some form of online classes for the near future. So probably never. Like I'll probably start doing them a little bit better, like more professional looking perhaps, but it will always be an option. For me, this has been like, I love it. Like I love it, and I love being able to connect with everyone, and even just like my on-demand classes. So all my people watching on demand, I love you. I love all your comments.
Yeah,
and
girl.
It makes me feel like I'm with you, and like I'm connecting with people from like all over, like literally all over the world. Like I have a girl in Italy that takes my classes. Hi, Alessia. And another girl, God, where is Denise? Is in Europe. Hi, Denise. So I have all these people, that Celeste in New York, that take my classes, just to name a few that are not here local, and it's kind of cool to like be able to Lee to connect. So I don't plan on stopping this. That's my long answer to your question, Gloria. Let's start, because like I said, I am just a wee bit anxious today. And I don't know if anyone else is carrying that energy, but I'll do my best not to bring it into class, okay? If you are watching this back on demand and you don't know me, I'm Maeve. I'm so happy you're here, live and otherwise. We're gonna start on hands and knees. Hands and knees. My quick story for you here is, this has been my tangent as of late. Just go into cat and cow when you're ready. And I've always been on this tangent, but it really feels like it's more applicable now than ever. It's your practice. It's your practice. And whatever you need today, whatever you come onto your mat with, be tender with yourself. And that sounds really corny, but like, whatever it is that you need. If I'm doing a pose and it doesn't serve or suit you onto this day, or any other day for that matter, then you can skip it. The one thing I ask is that it's like how I work with my 3-year-old right now. It's like, just take a taste of things, unless you know it's not good for you. Just take a taste, and then you find out whether it's good or not, and you make your choices based on that. But if you never taste something, you might not know if it serves you. Good. Start to take this side to side. I have made absolutely no mention of your breath yet, but this is all about your breath. This whole practice is about your breath, both literally and figuratively. Your breath is your connection to life. Quality breath could be the connection to quality life. Good chance. At least a good sense of being. Take that cat and cow, that side to side, just put it all together. It doesn't have to look or feel any certain way. It's just movement. And then all this fluidity, take it, come into plank. And so now, keeping some of that sense of being fluid, but finding strength. A lot of power here. Push the floor away. Draw the front ribs gently in. Engage the glutes. Pull the gaze, the heart, just a little bit forward. And then downward facing dog, take it back. Inhale forward to plank. And then back to down dog with your exhale. Inhale to plank. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, plank. Dog, exhale. Last time, inhale forward. And then back to plank. Right foot steps forward. Left knee down. And then rise up. Onto Vinyasa. Tuck the back toes. Push the toes down. Good. Push the front foot down. When you push the foot down, feel how that kind of wakes up this hip. You can even take your hand and kind of poke around, see what's happening. Good. Keep the back toes tucked. Just hover the back knee off the ground and then pull your feet toward each other. Yes. Straighten the front leg, straighten the back leg, and bow down. So this physical practice of yoga, you know this, is just one piece of our practice. The breath is another piece. Meditation is a piece. There's many limbs to yoga. There's many facets. The beautiful thing about this physical practice is that I'm going to discount how important it is that it encourages us to get our brain and our body in the same place. So as we're here in this physical practice, tuning into sensation, using that as a means of connecting to yourself. Taking time for the breath. Good. Soften the front knee. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Turn your toes to the right, your heels to the left. Keep both of your hands down and then pull your heart forward. So that mindfulness of being in the same place, not just getting physically on your mat, but being here mentally, is a form of meditation. Just mindfulness. Good. Keep the legs. Come into down dog with those feet turned, toes to the right, heels to the left. And lift the heels up. Come through center, left foot comes forward. Right knee comes down. Anjaneyasana, back toes tucked. Push down into the back toes. Feel the knee pressing down. Push the left foot. Poke at your left hip if you want, at the hamstring. See that things are kind of waking up there. And then what are you met with when you arrive in this pose? What are the sensations? Is it challenging? Does it feel fairly easy? Engage the right hip. Where's the breath? Push into the back toes, hover the right knee off the ground and pull your feet toward each other. Inhale, straighten both the legs, pull them toward each other, and then bow forward with your exhale. Press into the inner and the outer foot equally. Really start to build that cadence with your breath so that you have this sense of smoothness in and out. Really nice. Very, very nice. Take one more breath in. Soften the front knee. Step back to plank. Turn the toes to the left, heels to the right. Stay in plank. Pull the gaze a little forward. Both hands are down. And then keep the legs as is, the feet as is. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, look at the top of your mat, walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands. Come halfway with your inhale. Fold with your exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. And then bring your hands to your heart with your exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway up only, inhaling. And then folding back down, exhale. Rise, inhale. And draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the hands. Exhale, bow forward. Strong legs, strong legs, strong legs. Inhale, halfway. Fold back down with your exhale. Good. Use your hips, use your hamstrings. Pull your heart forward. Rise up to stand. Belly lifts, belly lifts, belly lifts. Hands lift, hands into your heart. One more time, just a half salute. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. And then fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Right foot steps back. Put the right knee down. Anjaneyasana. Lift up. Bring your hands down to the ground. Step back to plank. Inhale to your belly, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right foot steps forward, left knee comes down. Anjaneyasana, rise up. Exhale, release your hands, step to the top of your mat. Come halfway with your inhale and fold with your exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale and bow. Halfway, inhale. Left foot steps back. Left knee down. Anjaneyasana. Release your hands. Step back to plank. Lower to your belly. Cobra again, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward. Right knee comes down. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. Engage that right hip. Release your hands. Step your feet to the top of your mat. Lengthen halfway. And then fold down, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Right foot steps back. Crescent, inhale. Hands to the ground, exhale. Plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or the floor, your choice. Cobra, maybe upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg stretches back, inhale. Place your right foot forward. Crescent, inhale. Top of the mat, hands and feet. Bow down. Come halfway. And then melt. Rise up, inhale. And hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bow. Halfway, inhale. Left foot steps back. Crescent, inhale. And then bring your hands down. Step back to plank. And then your pathway to downward facing dog. From dog, left leg back, inhale. And then place your left foot forward. Crescent, inhale. And then step to the top of your mat. Come halfway with your inhale. Bow down, exhale. Rise, inhale. And hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Or simply back to down dog. Every time you have that choice, choose wisely. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to hands. Halfway up, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Bow, exhale. Offer your heart, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. And dog, exhale. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. And then fold. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Rise up. Bow forward. Offer your heart. Take it back. Heart to sky. And dog. Right leg back, inhale. Knee to chest, shift forward, exhale. Inhale, stay here. Lower the shin toward the floor. And then exhale, zip it up, pull it up. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, and then step your right foot forward. Crescent pose, rising up. Put a big bend in that back knee and sink down as deeply as you can. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. Yes. Pull your feet toward each other. Then, with that action pulling the feet toward each other, maybe start to straighten the back leg, but without losing that kind of drawing back of the belly. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the front leg, stay in this twist. Reach forward. Now keep that back heel up if you can. Left hand, ground, maybe to a block. On the inside of the right foot, don't go to the outside yet. Give yourself some space here. Be really generous with pulling the heart through and maybe leaning a little back into the shoulder blades. One more breath in. Release the hands down. Plant your hands. Take your right leg back. Keep both hands down. Just lift the right leg up off the left leg so you're in like a really funky Vinyasa. You're on the pinky side of your left foot. Both hands are down. Very deep twist here. From here, wild thing or come into classical Vinyasa if wild thing doesn't work. And then come around. Listen, bend both of your knees. Bend your elbows. Lower your forearms down, come into dolphin. Inhale, rise up to plank, however you need to get there. And then your path to down dog. Left leg back with an inhale. Exhale, knee into your chest, shift forward. Now stay here. Inhale, lower the leg with control. Exhale, draw it up. Inhale, lower like you want to put the shin down. Exhale, pull it up. One more time, inhale. Exhale, up, and then place your foot. Rise up to crescent pose. So good. Put a nice big bend in that back knee and the front knee, and then right hand goes forward, left arm goes back. Work the right hip. Maybe start to straighten the right leg a little bit without losing the connection. So if I over straighten too quickly, notice that back bend that I fall into in my low back. Keeping some openness in the front of the body. In the back of the body. Work the feet toward each other. Inhale, rise up. Keep the twist. You're just going to reach forward. Stay on the back toes. Pull the feet toward each other. Use the shoulder blades into the heart. One more inhale. Release the left hand down. Come onto the pinky side of the right foot. Both hands are down. Float that left leg up. Pull the heart forward. Come into Vinyasa or Wild Thing. Come around, bend both of your knees, lower the forearms down, and dolphin. You can lace your hands here. You can take a longer or a shorter stance. Explore the pose. You don't need my permission, but you have it now officially, in case you were worried about it. You don't have to feel like you're sneaking around. Go for it. I love it when you explore on your own. Last full breath here. Good. So I know this is a tricky transition. Start by bending the knees. Scoop the belly in. Pull the heart forward. Push your hands down. And then just see if you can lift up to plank. And then from there, you choose how you go back to down dog. You can always do that with your knees on the ground to give yourself a little more stability. We're going to take that same sequence a wee bit faster. The breath stays long. Right leg back, inhale. Knee into your chest, exhale. Inhale the shin toward the floor. Exhale, pull it back up and place your foot forward. Crescent pose, rising up. Bend in the back knee. And then twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Good. Start to straighten both of the legs by pulling the feet together. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Left hand comes down. Beautiful. Bring both hands around. Sweep the right leg back. Come onto the pinky side of the left foot. And then Vinyasa, side plank, or open up into this back bend. Come around. Both knees are going to bend. Both forearms lower down. Dolphin. Rebend the knees, put them on the ground if you need to. Rise up to plank. And then chaturanga or not. Left leg back, inhale. Knee into chest, exhale. Inhale the shin toward the floor. Exhale, draw up, step the foot forward. Put a bend in the back knee and pull the feet toward each other to lift up into crescent. And then right hand forward, left arm back. Keep pulling the feet toward each other to straighten the legs. Bring the right hand down, left hand up. Bring both hands down. Come onto the pinky side of your right foot. Float the left leg up. And then come into side plank or into wild thing. come around. Bend your knees. Come into dolphin. Straighten the legs. Bend the knees again. Pull the belly in. Rise up to plank. And then your path to down dog. Smooth out your breath. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. And then fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Press up to stand. And then draw your hands into your heart. Inhale, chair. Sink, sink, sink. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Vinyasa or down dog. Now when I say vinyasa, I'm just referring to chaturanga, back bend, down dog. We know vinyasa is more than that, but it's easier than going through the whole rigmarole. Call me lazy, it's fine. I don't mind. Right leg back, inhale. Knee to your chest, exhale. Inhale, lower the shin. Exhale, pull it up, step the foot forward. Crescent, feet pulled toward each other to rise. Twist open. Straighten the front leg, pulling the feet toward each other. Reach, maybe left hand outside the right foot. Good. Release both hands down. Pinky side of the left foot, right foot floats back. Side plank or wild thing. And then we transition into dolphin. However you need to. Maybe you don't need to bend your knees. Option is step your left foot a little closer to your elbows and take your right leg up. You don't have to go anywhere, but if you want, you start to tip and just get that sense of shift.
Bundles of flowers away through the hours of cold.
And then we come back up to plank. And then make your way back, down dog. Awesome. Pause. Breath. Foundation. Observation. Sensation. Left leg back, inhale. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, lower the shin. Exhale, pull it up, step the foot forward. Crescent, pull the feet toward each other. Generous bend in both knees. With the arms, right arm forward. Pull the feet toward each other, reach forward. Maybe right hand outside of left foot. Release both hands down. Right hand, pinky side of the right foot. Float that left leg up. And then side plank or wild thing. Dolphin. And then left leg up. Maybe hop the right foot in a little closer. Maybe start to get a sense of that shift and tip. Give a few breaths to kind of play here. Back up to plank. Chaturanga. Rise. Down dog.
Maybe, just maybe.
Inhale to your toes.
I'll come home.
Bend your knees, exhale, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Hands into your heart. Left arm outside your right thigh. Like a little pit stop in a side twist in a twisting chair or in a side crow, if you'd like. Back into chair. Inhale. Hands into heart. Right arm outside the left thigh. Maybe open the arms. Maybe come into that arm balance.
Who am I, darling, for you? Who am I to be burdened and tired?
Back to chair in the center.
Who am I?
Forward fold, exhale.
Who am I?
Halfway up, inhale. Chaturanga or not. Down dog in your path. Right leg back, inhale. Knee to chest, exhale. Inhale the shin down. Exhale, lift it up, place it forward. Crescent, big bend in the back leg, rise up. Pull the feet toward each other, split the arms. Straighten the front leg. Twisting, straightening. Both hands release down. Float this right leg back. You're on the pinky side of your left foot. And then wild bend. If you can, keep your right leg lifted as you transition into dolphin. And then we'll take a few breaths here. Maybe come a little closer with that left foot. Maybe start to get a sense of shifting, lifting up. And then back up to plank. And your path, down dog. Last time through this, left leg back, inhale. Knee into chest, exhale. Inhale the shin down. Exhale, pull it up, place your foot forward. Generous bend in both knees, rise up. Take the twist, right hand forward. Start to straighten the legs. Reach forward. Right hand down, left hand up. Both hands come around. Pinky side of the right foot. Both hands down initially, left leg up. And then maybe wild thing. If you can, keep your left leg up. Transition into dolphin. Maybe even shorten your stance a little bit here so that you're ready to go. And then maybe shift. You don't have to find balance. So sometimes just playing is the good stuff. Yes. And then plank. So nice. Vinyasa or down dog. Lift the heels, inhale. Stretch back, exhale. Look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway up, inhale. And then fold, exhale. Lift the legs, lift the thighs. Rise. All the way up to stand, all the way up to stand. Right knee lifts up. Left hand to the knee. Maybe to the foot. We're just making shapes. Start to notice the patterns and shapes. When you start to notice the patterns in shapes where they start to see, you see like, oh, this is similar to that twisting sort of variation on triangle or pyramid pose we did, right? You can then apply the foundations. Good. Bring the right arm around. Right leg is going to go back. Stay on your left leg. I have my left hand on the back of my hips because it just gives me some sensory feedback. You don't have to do that. We're coming into revolved half moon. Right hand's going to come down. Push down, turn to the left. I love a block for this pose. I just forgot to get them out. Good. Come around. Stretch your right leg back. And then come into goddess. Both feet out wide and sink down. Yes. Nice. Really nice, Gabrielle. Beautiful. Bring the arms around. Right arm's going to go on top. I'm not mirroring you. Right arm is on top. Left arm is under. Sink down a little deeper. Good. Now listen, if this is fine and good and you love it, stay here. If you want, Little bit more. We're going to tip forward from the hips. I'm going to come into Skandasana on the left leg, so back to the top of your mat. Deep, high, somewhere in between.
My new fire, you ought to come to light me. Around this time, I only want
You've got a few options coming up. We're going to come into standing splits. If you want to keep these arms, go for it. If that seems like a ridiculous request, release the arms out of eagle. You're going to come around and you're going to lift the right leg up.
It's hard to sleep when your body's in arm's reach. My mind is a Grand Prix. I'm liable to step out and go drive a few blocks east to rendezvous at the spot.
Stay here or bring your hands flat to the ground and then take a little kick up into handstand. Both feet down, halfway inhale, hold, exhale, rise all the way up. Bring your hands into your heart. Pause. Pick up your left knee. Take your right hand to your knee, maybe to your foot, and then we twist open. Right hip awake. Imprint that right foot down. Really nice. I'm going to come around. Left arm comes around. I'm going to slide my hand to my sacrum just to give myself a little feedback. Left hand comes to the ground or a block. I love a block on this pose. Have I mentioned that? Turn open to the right and then open up. So good. So good. Don't stop. So good. Last full breath here. And you're going to start to bring this right arm down. You're going to bend the right knee and then reach the left leg back. We're going to come back into goddess. I just turned to face you because I want to see you. Left arm on top, right arm comes under. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sink down. Stay there or hinge forward. Yes. Good. Pull your feet toward each other. Start to lift the heart up. Come into Skandasana on this right leg. And you have the option of keeping eagle arms coming around. You have the option of letting them go. Tipping forward, lifting that left leg up, standing splits. Stay here or plant your hands down on the ground. And then take a couple kicks up, or one. Maybe you just take one up and there you are. But the idea is that there's no pressure to find the handstand. Play with it. Have some fun in there. Maybe you lift just like a millimeter off the floor. Maybe you don't go all the way up. And then both feet, top of the mat. Lengthen up halfway. Step to plank. Come onto your forearms. Forearm plank. Feet as wide as your hips. Turn your heels to the left, your toes to the right. Keep both of your forearms down, please. Pull the gaze forward, pull the heart forward. Float the right leg up. You've done this a number of times just with straight arms. Good, right leg comes back down. Heels up in the center, pause. Heart forward, breathe. Toes left, heels right. Both forearms stay down. Pull the heart forward, pull the gaze forward. Left leg floats up. Bring the leg back down. Come back through center. Slowly, hips come down. Sphinx. Push down into the forearms, push down into the toes, into the tops of the feet. Yeah. Draw the heart through. Tuck the toes. Good. Start with the connection of the feet down. Push the knees up, push the thighs up, scoop the belly, lift back up. And then walk your feet in a couple steps. Bring your knees to the ground, keep your forearms down. Cow and cat on the forearms. Beautiful. Come through neutral spine. Keep your arms, your forearms down. Bring your palms together like you are in prayer in your hands. You are in prayer, not like you are in prayer. Hands in prayer, elbows, shoulders distance. Push the pinky side of the fingers down. Tuck your toes. Come into dolphin. So create some length in the legs. Create some length in the spine, in the upper arms. Knees come down. Little pause. At any point in time, if you need a break, you come into child's pose or whatever you need. Separate the arms back out if it's okay. Come into forearm plank. And then turn the heels to the left, toes to the right. Come onto your right hand. So your right hand kind of lines up to your left elbow very roughly, like it's not a specific thing. And then use the right hand to get a little more open here. And to kind of test the waters of this left shoulder. Does your left shoulder feel safe here? And if it does, you're going to take this right arm up. And then bring the right forearm down. Bring the heels to the sky. Take a pause, breathe. And then we go second side. Toes left, heels to the right. And then bring your left hand to the ground. Really start to press that right forearm down. Open up the front of that right shoulder. And then maybe the left hand comes up. But maybe you need the left hand down for stability. And that's totally fine. This is a little different angle in a forearm side plank. And then come back through center. And then you choose, stay here, take a child's pose, or come back into dolphin again. If you want to turn toward a wall, go for it. The wall is your friend. It's a safety net, but the wall is not the goal. We're not trying to get to the wall, right? We're trying to stay off the wall, or not. Maybe you are trying to get to the wall. But instead of thinking about like trying to get your feet to the wall, think about just finding your center. That's where this play gets really important. So if you want, you start to play with Pincha Mayurasana, just lifting a leg, getting that sense of tipping, little lift, little push from the bottom leg. I really like playing in this pose as opposed to just trying to go straight up and down, to get a sense of like, where's my center? And then you can do the other side. And then when you're done or ready to come out, child's pose. Good. If you're still working to just get the lift in Pincha Mayurasana, there's no stress. There's no stress. This is just a way to connect to your body. It can feel really fun and exciting to do something you haven't done before. Inversions are very invigorating and they're very playful. So they're a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. But they don't define your practice at all. The depth of it, if you're advanced or if you're a beginner, they're just another pose. Stepping out of our comfort zone is another way for us to become a little clearer, to like clear the mud, because we got to focus, right? We're going to come to single leg pigeon. So you can come back into down dog if you'd like, or you can just step one leg forward. I'm going to start right leg forward. If you are in the mood for something else, go for it. As always, building strength in this pose. Finding your center. Tapping into your breath. And then allowing the ease to balance out the effort. And then switching sides. Notice how you transition. I'm going to take the same process. If I wasn't here to say everything I said, I'm not going to say it again, but I said on the first side. What she said, one of those. Guide yourself. Guide yourself. That is a sign of a more advanced yogi, the ability to kind of guide yourself. I'm not saying like, I'm not going to give you instruction, just like taking what you've learned and applying it. Not everything. We can't focus on everything, and every single time we come into pigeon, we can't do it all, right? Because then it was just like, you're just running down this laundry list and there's no peace. We're picking a few things, allowing those things to be your focus. And that inner teacher kicking in. And we have this tendency to kind of think that we don't know enough, or we don't have the wisdom. And then it just takes these moments to realize that you do know. Like if you were to teach this to your friend, what are the things that you would say? What would be the most important things in that moment as you witness them? So as you watch yourself, what are the most important things for you to focus on? I'm in the middle of a training right now. And every time I do a training, I always think, like, I just don't know enough. And that's why I need to do more trainings, which we all, I hope, feel that way to some degree. We should continue learning all the time. But as I'm in this training, of course, I'm learning a lot. He's amazing. But also I realize how much I already know, which is like such a beautiful feeling, right? Like, oh, I do that. I know that already. And like, you realize these things and you know so much more than you think you do. We don't give ourselves credit for what we know because it's already like tucked away in the back and we're like, give me more, give me more, give me more. But sometimes just settling in and knowing that you know some really important things and that you can apply them, not just in your practice here. I'm talking life. This is the mirroring of this practice. We're going to move from here into a wide leg position right here. Good. Stretch the heels long. And then just move the heart forward any amount. Yes. Kind of dig the heels down and imagine you could pull your heels to your sitting bones, but at the same time, you're still stretching the legs long. So there's like this push and pull simultaneously. And then rise up if you're forward. Bring the legs around, come down onto your backs. We've got one back bend. We've done a bunch of back bends already, whether you know it or not. And so you get to choose. Bridge pose, upward facing bow. Maybe there's something else you want to do. Bring your forearms down, whatever feels good to you. If you want to come onto your forearms, I'm going to give you that option today. Come to the crown of the head. Place the hands behind the head, push the forearms down, and then walk the feet away from your elbows. And then open the heart toward the back of your mat. If you've come with me, walk your feet back in. Gently head down, hand, chin tucks, and release. Really nice. Take your legs all the way out straight. Neutralize your spine. Bring your hands to your hips, the front, hip points, groin, fingers at the groin. Start to feel a weight in the hips. Feel a weight in the shoulders. Allow the heels to be heavy. Relax the arches of your feet, the toes. If you feel good as is, I'm going to take you right into Shavasana from here. If there's like, I always think of them as like hot points. If you've got a hot spot and it's like just begging for something like a twist or knees to chest, happy baby, if there's something you need, instead do that. Otherwise, I'm going to guide you right into Shavasana. Let the shoulders broaden, back of the head falls not just into your mat, but like through your mat. And then take your hands, turn the palms to the sky, release the back of your hands to the ground. You can take your hands as wide off your body as it feels good. Relax the fingers, let them curl gently if they want to. Gaze begins to soften and quiet. Breath follows the gaze, softening and quieting. Touch your thumb to your index finger. We do a little circle. Do the same thing with the middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. Stretch the arms overhead. Bend your knees. Roll to your side. And then rise to sitting all the way up. Bring your hands into your heart in prayer. Feel the effects of your practice. From the deepest part of my heart, I thank you for practicing with me today. I thank you for this time together, connected. Bow your mind to your heart. Rise, inhale. Have a beautiful day.